It's The Brick Wall on PATV. Tonight, we've got a very funny show with stand-up comedy from Alex Grubard, Dustin Hanson, and Will Abeles. Plus, sketches from Crebuland Productions. And now, here's your host, Peter Coleman. Hello, and welcome to the Brick Wall All Saints Day Extravaganza! Time to repent for all your sins you committed on All Hallows Eve. I'm looking at you, sexy Kim Jong-un. Poor taste. Poor taste. Well, we actually really do want to see all of your sexy costumes from last night, so hit us up with those DMs on our Instagram at PATV Brick Wall. Twitter, too. Make sure to like and follow us all over social media. And hey, give PATV Long Island a like on Facebook as well. Make sure to live subscribe so you can get a notification anytime the Brick Wall goes live. And why? Because we bring you awesome comedy and music. That's why. That's right. The Brick Wall is PATV's premier only open mic show. And if you want to get involved, all you need to do is email patvbrickwall@gmail.com and you will definitely get on the show. All right, let's get down to business. We have a very, very funny show for you tonight. Returning to our stage later is Will Abeles, and we'll hear from a newcomer, Dustin Hanson. But first, please help me in welcoming a very funny guy, Alex Grubard.
Hello!
Hi!
Thank you very much. I'm Alex Grubard. It's nice to be here. It's great being broadcast. I've actually done a show for one person before, twice.
You still are.
Yeah, second time was the worst because it was the same guy. It was a weird show. And yeah, you said this is an open mic. I hosted open mic night on Mondays in Philadelphia, and I don't know if you guys know what open mics are, but an open mic is kind of like a talent show, only in the kitchen of a burrito bar. And we let anyone do stand-up comedy at open mic night. Anyone can do it. But here's the thing. Crazy people go to open mics all the time and get on stage, and it freaks me out. I think one day I'm going to be at an open mic, a crazy person's going to get on stage and go, yeah, I don't have any jokes. I just need a group of people to know exactly where I was from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. tonight. Some crazy stuff going on in Philly. I don't want anybody tying back to me. But yeah, I actually, it's nice being in New York. I'm originally from New York City. My whole family is from here. A lot of people from New York, they're from these like big New York City crime families, and I'm just from a New York City crime family. We're not very big. We're not very big at all. A lot of people from New York, they're like, hey, you mess with my family, you'll wind up in the East River wearing concrete shoes. I'm like, hey, you mess with my family, and one of us is going to start a business with you and then embezzle from it for years. No one will ever know. It's really tough stuff. So I moved from New York City a while back, where the streets are paved with gold, and I moved to Philadelphia, where the streets are paved with shattered beer bottles. And Philly is a tough town. Since moving to Philadelphia, I've mugged 3 people. And I just moved to a very hip neighborhood. I can tell it's really hip because all the shattered glass outside my house is from Angry Orchard. And that's how you know. But it's cool. I moved to Philly for a very specific reason. I decided to go back to college. I dropped out of college the first time around. I walked into my very first class. My professor stood up. He said, everyone look to your left and look to your right. One of you is not going to be here at graduation. So I looked to my left and I looked to my right, and there was no one there. So I just raised my hand and was like, dude, I'm just going to go now. Peace, professor. I'm outie. That's how we talked back then. This was 2004. It was a long time ago. But I did. I went back to college. I went to Temple University in Philly, and I graduated last year at the age of 29. How about that? Pretty impressive, I think. Yeah, I don't know why I care about your applause. You're not my parents. But it still stings when you don't. I'm always watching, all right? Thanks for coming to a third show. Okay. But things are great, you know. I don't know. I've had a weird time in Philly. It's been a crazy thing. I used to work over by the University of Pennsylvania, serving coffee to Ivy Leaguers, and I noticed something about Ivy Leaguers. You know what every Ivy Leaguer gets with their coffee? Spit. I spit in their coffee. Yeah. The first job I ever had in my life was in high school. I worked at a place called American Video Store. If you've never worked at a video store before, you never will. That is a lost trade. It's like being an alchemist or a smithy or something. And it's too bad. That was the best job in the world. There was only one rule at American Video. Do not laugh in anyone's face when they rent a porno. Hardest rule in the world to follow. I laughed so hard I will never forget the name of the first porno I ever rented to somebody. It was Booty Duty 3. If I wrote that movie, the first scene would have been a police chief leaning on a desk yelling at a detective, "Johnson, you're on booty duty." Now don't let what happened the last 2 times happen again. There were so many good titles at American Video. Face Jam, they were great. But I think my favorite title at American Video had to be Crack Attack. Oh, come on, guys. Crack Attack is what happens when there's no one on booty duty. It's very serious. But I am a comedian, which is a lot like being self-unemployed. It can be tough. It's a little weird. I've been laid off before. That's why I moved to Philly. Decided to go back to college. Got laid off a job in Queens. And I was 23. All my friends were graduating college. I was getting laid off. And it sucks. You know, it sounds like it should be a good thing, getting laid off. I mean, getting laid is great. Getting off, yeah, also awesome. Getting laid off while you're at work should be funtastic. But it just means you can't come anymore. You want me to tell it again? Okay. I can't, don't worry. It's getting cold out, it's freezing, I don't know. It's the fall, I love the fall, which is nice. I was walking down the street today, I saw a tree with the most brilliant, bright orange leaves I've ever seen in my entire life. It was breathtaking. I stared at that tree for like 15 minutes until it burnt down. It was beautiful. But it's getting cold and it's tough, you know. Somebody sneezed in front of me the other day, getting a cold, and I said Gesundheit, and they informed me that Gesundheit is German for God bless you. And I thought to myself, oh, I'm Jewish. I should probably stop saying German phrases. So from now on, whenever somebody sneezes in front of me, I just go, the Holocaust. Because I'm a polite young man. That's how it goes. I basically do stand-up the way an American goes to a foreign country and speaks English at people. That's pretty much what I do. Why do Americans do that? We're the only people that do that. We go to another country to speak our language louder and slower, like they're going to understand that. Nobody else does that. You never see a Mexican guy visiting New York City. Donde está el baño? Doesn't happen. I'm terrible with languages. I'm so bad. When I was 12 years old, everyone in my family, we did not grow up very religious. Everyone in my family was like, hey, you're 12. You need to get bar mitzvah next year. You need to learn Hebrew in 365 days. And I was like, why? Are we going back in time or moving to Israel? What the hell? I don't need to know this. And, you know, I'm also failing middle school Spanish for 3 years, so I don't think it's going to happen. It was terrible. I was bad at languages. In college, I had to take a foreign language. I chose Italian, thinking it was close to Spanish, and that would help me along the way. Here's the thing I realized as soon as my professor started speaking. Italian is a language spoken in one country, and they are not even a UN Security Council member. It's a useless dying language. Italian is basically so people can finally be proud of being from New Jersey. That's what it is to me. It's useless. But here's the thing, my Italian professor, here's what she would do. This would drive me crazy. She would call on me when I was not raising my hand. That is very impolite. Che molto impolito. It's terrible. If there are any teachers watching this and you call on me and I am not raising my hand, I will pull my phone out in front of you and go on ratemyprofessor.com. 1 star. Rude. Because here's what she would do. She would just start speaking to someone randomly in Italian. Ciao, mi chiamo Marcella. Come ti chiami? I would be like, listen, lady, I'm going to drop out, all right? I don't understand you. I don't understand you. I'm dropping out. Why am I yelling? The microphone in my computer doesn't work very well, and this is an online class. Why did I take an online class and my computer doesn't work very well? I'm trying to play video games and not get caught, all right? Do you guys get me? Which is cool. So anyway, I don't know. It was crazy being an older college kid. People would come up to me all the time. They would ask me exactly that. They would be like, oh, Alex, what's it like being a 20-something-year-old college kid? Impossible, all right? I'm a college adult. That's what I am. That's what I was at the time. But, you know, it's an oxymoron. You know, it's ridiculous. College adult. Here's the thing. Kids would come up to me, freshmen, asking directions to their first class. I would give them a silver dollar like I was their grandparents. That's what I would do. It was ridiculous. And people, you know, kids all the time, they would lead into me. Oh, Alex, your age is clearly greater than 21. Would you buy me beer? And I would tell them, first of all, I'm a super sophomore, which means I'm almost 30. And secondly, no, I will not buy you beer. Let me teach you how to distill gin. Because remember, if you give a kid a beer, he's going to be drunk for an hour. But if you teach a kid how to distill gin, he'll be dead by 8 a.m. Yeah, Philly is a tough town. I have a serious drinking problem. I'm rude. It's very serious. You guys know the phrase an Irish goodbye? It's where you're at a party and you get really drunk and then you leave without saying goodbye. And I don't do that. I do what I call the Jewish goodbye, which is where I'll be at a party, I'll get really drunk, and then I'll say goodbye to every single person at the party, and then I stay. Rudest thing you could do to anybody. It's like, hey man, I do not want to be here with you anymore, but I have nowhere to go. Are you all caught up on Stranger Things too? No? Let me catch you up. It's just a rude thing to do to somebody, I think. But yeah, I am a night owl. That's me, which means I went to Temple University. Go Owls! And I eat a lot of small birds, and I suffer from insomnia. The movie. It's very serious. When you suffer from insomnia, they say you should develop a nightly routine, and that's how you'll beat your insomnia. I did develop a routine, and it works like a charm. Every night when I want to go to sleep, first things first, I chug a pint of beer. Yes, I know it's unorthodox, but I've already had 15 that evening, so shut the hell up about it. Then I smoke PCP, but don't worry, I call it getting wet, so it's fine. Then I take a shower with all of my clothes on. Oddly enough, I call that smoking PCP. Then I watch 8 episodes of Seinfeld, 6 episodes of The Simpsons, 4 episodes of South Park, 1 episode of Dawson's Creek. I go upstairs to the roof. I call every single one of my ex-girlfriends, except Julie. I go downstairs. I drink 4 more beers. I go back to the roof. I call Julie. I go back downstairs into the basement, and I don't even want to tell you what I do in the basement, because it's illegal. I have someone's Netflix password. Do not tell anybody that. I go back upstairs. I order Chinese food. I watch the movie Insomnia because I suffer from it. Then I wake up and I got to go to Italian class. Ugh. The worst thing in the world. Okay, does anyone know any closers? I'll tell you this last thing. I live in Philadelphia. Everybody's rude in Philly. I was in a park earlier this week eating a sandwich. This old lady came up to me. She was like, you better put that sandwich away, otherwise the squirrels are going to come up and bother you. And I was like, are you a squirrel? Because you're bothering me. You crazy old squirrel lady. What are you, nuts? Now listen, if you did not appreciate that pun, she hated it. She was furious. I'm Alex Grubard, guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's try that again. There we go.
Rock and roll.
Alex Grubard. Hold on to that sucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
man.
the mic. I'll take on. Come on back. How are you?
That was terrific.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you.
Really funny, man. Do people not say Audi anymore?
I'm still saying it. Oh my god.
I've been doing it wrong.
Yeah.
That's. I'm sorry to hear about your alcohol problem.
It's very serious.
I have a drug. You're right.
It's a real problem. It's kept me back for years.
I myself, I have a drug problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dealer got busted.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I'll see you after the show. We'll hang out.
Great. So you're originally from New York.
Yeah, I was born in Manhattan.
Born in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And then you moved to Concord, Massachusetts.
Yes, my parents got divorced, and
do.
My mom decided that I was moving there. Crazy, I know, right? But I split my time between Concord and New York. My dad has lived in New York my whole life. Yeah.
And then you were in Philly. You've been in Philly for 7 years.
Yeah. So yeah,
And
went
now-
back to college in Philadelphia.
And now you're coming to New Jersey soon.
So yeah, my girlfriend and I were moving to Jersey City, which is kind of, as far as Philadelphians think, that's like moving to New York City, New Jersey. It's like a cardinal sin of Philadelphia. You're moving to both Jersey and New York at the same time? What are you thinking? Although I find it weird, like Jersey City to me feels, as a New Yorker and stuff, it feels, and a Philadelphian, it feels like an oxymoron. Jersey doesn't have any cities. It doesn't. Jersey is not a state of cities. They just have landfills that people live in, and then the suburbs are really bad. It's really crazy. So I have all sorts of mixed emotions about moving to New Jersey.
They're gonna love you in New Jersey.
Oh, I know all
First
about
thing you do when you get there, insult them.
Yeah.
They'll welcome you with big wide open arms.
Palisades, Meadowlands, you're all terrible. I love it.
That's where they're gonna bury you.
Yeah, exactly, right.
So you
And then we'll embezzle from them for years. So here's the thing. The Grubards win in the end.
So you've been living off comedy for a while now.
Yeah, man, Philadelphia.
Is it can anybody just move to Philly and get paid for telling jokes, or are you just special?
I don't know, man. What do you? Yeah, I'm so special. I don't know.
We heard you. You're special. That's great.
I mean, Philly's great. I think Philly is a wonderful, underrated city that people just don't think about. And living there was awesome because it's such a cultural city. You could take a big bite out of it.
And every once in a while, you find a beer bottle on the ground that is still full.
Right, road sodas. I love it. Yeah, dead soldier. It's so good. I'll take that guy down, bury him. My belly, bury him in my belly. That's what I'll do. I'm not. I know I'm making fun of people drinking Angry Orchard. I'm not above it. You know, who do you think is smashing those bottles outside their apartment? It's me.
New York's very own Angry Orchard. You produce a lot of shows over there in Philly.
Yeah, so that's another thing is there's so many more people coming into the city, and like so many more neighborhoods are just getting hipper and just more of a destination, and so you can really start a lot of things. It's a good city you can take a big bite out of, and like hit the ground running. So I'm a part of a stand-up organization called Laughs on Philly, and we produce a bunch of different shows around the city of various things, open mics, showcases, paid showcases, things like that, headliner shows. And then I host a show called Weeding Out the Stoned, the game show of sobriety tests every second and fourth Wednesday of the month at Good Comedy Theater. And yeah, and that show has been great. We've been doing that a little over 2 years. We've had over 50 shows.
And how exactly does that show work, Weeding Out the Stoned?
Weeding Out the Stoned is a game show of sobriety tests. So we have 16 comics on stage. They are all stoned except for one. And we play sobriety test games to eliminate all the stoners. So the audience will cheer. During an elimination round, they'll cheer when they think someone is stoned, and if they think a person is the sober person, they point at them and yell narc. And their goal is to leave the sober narc left till the very end of the show.
And what kind of games do you play to determine sobriety?
So we play a lot of different games. We play, we've had over 50 shows, so we have so many games at this point that rotate. Some of our bigger games are 30-second explanation, which is a tangent game. So I say, in 30 seconds, no more, no less. I'll give you an explain this prompt, and you have to explain that prompt. So it'll be something like, explain what a cheetah is. And then in 30 seconds, you have to explain what a cheetah is.
I can't,
It's got spots. It runs real fast. I don't know, man. I'm stoned. That's what people do. So, and then I'll be
Kind
like,
of give up the game that way.
yeah, well, people do that. Happens all the time. And people are just like, I am too stoned to be on stage. Please eliminate me. And then they stay till the end. The audience is in mob mentality doesn't. Here's the thing. They never get it right. We've had it over 50 times.
Nobody ever has guessed the narc.
Under 5, the audience has gotten it right. Under 5 times. It's very rare that people can spot a sober person amongst a bunch of stoners.
Well, if it's one thing that stoners are notoriously good at, it's pretending to be sober. No, that's not true at all. I don't know.
I know.
You have some really talented comics.
You'd think it'd be easy. But yeah, that's a show. That's a game, and we do like CBA, recite the alphabet backwards, and we time you. All sorts of things.
I can't do that sober.
Exactly. That's why it's so great.
Nobody knows how to recite the alphabet backwards. All right. You got anything else coming up real quick you want to plug?
Yeah, I mean, you can like Laughs on Philly on Facebook, Weeding Out the Stone on Facebook, also on Twitter at Weeding Stoned. You can, weedingoutthestoned.com. We've got Weeding Out the Stoned is coming up in, I think it's Saturday, November 4th in Wilmington, Delaware at Bootless Stageworks.
Taking it on the road.
Yeah, we're doing it on the road. We've got Philly on the 8th, and we're doing it with all non-comedians. First time, actually, with all just regular people. That's going to be interesting. Then we're the 12th, Sunday the 12th, we're in Boston at Improv Boston. And then we're back at Good Good Comedy Theater on the 22nd, the day before Thanksgiving. So that's going to be fun.
Alex Grubard, everybody, give it up.
Thanks so much.
Nice, man. All right. Now, you may remember a few weeks back we had a sketch group come on the show with a few of their very funny videos in tow. Tonight, we are lucky enough to have 3 more such videos from Crebuland Productions. And here's the first one for you. Enjoy.
Guys, I fudging love breakfast food.
I love breakfast. Me too. You can get sweet and savory.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Anything goes.
It's a great meal.
Yeah,
Good breakfast
no rules.
with good buds.
Yeah.
It's a breakfast with buds.
Breakfast with buds.
Yeah, we could
Nice.
cheers, sure.
Yeah.
That guy. And I mean, obviously, the best breakfast food.
Oh, yeah. Bacon.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, not
That was
bad.
cool.
That felt, it got a little, woo.
Oh, yeah. Have
Chills,
you
yeah.
guys ever thought about, like, actually how much we have in common? Like, how much?
Hopefully
Those
not.
kind of things?
Hopefully
I would
not,
think.
yeah.
All right, favorite dessert food on 3?
I
Okay.
like some weird
Okay.
desserts.
All right,
Yeah.
well, let's give it a shot.
All
1,
right.
2, 3.
Tiramisu.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
I almost said bacon.
That makes
'cause I figured
sense.
that's what we were, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the trend.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, what about this? Favorite TV show on 3?
Okay.
Show.
All right. Well, I like a lot, but I'm locked in. I got
Yeah,
one.
okay, I got
I
one.
watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, 1, 2, 3.
Hawaii 5-0.
The new one with Scott Conn.
Oh,
my God.
So
yeah,
good.
yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, it has Scott Conn and it's in
And then
Hawaii.
they're like on an island.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
an old idea that they're doing again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's
yeah.
comforting. It's like an old blanket.
And there's like
you
so
know?
much original content.
I want more remakes.
Yeah, more remakes would be
Yeah,
great.
like Game of
Yeah.
Thrones, Big Bang Theory. It's scary to me.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
It's
sure.
too
Not
new,
comforting
yeah.
whatsoever. Huh. Okay. What do you guys want to do for the rest of the day?
See, now this is interesting because it
Yeah.
could go in a bunch of different
Anyway,
directions.
so
it
many
could go
things to do,
anywhere.
yeah.
You can do so many different things.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. There's many things you could do.
Yeah, outside, inside.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Play
Video
games.
Video games. Play some video games.
No, but what'd you
Buds.
say before that?
Hang out with some chicks.
No, you definitely said
Suck each other's dicks.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
Why would I? No. I don't even have like a good gag reflex. Why would I want to do that?
No, I mean it's cool if that's something that you're
It's not.
into,
It's
but
not.
just, like,
It's just we didn't even.
You guys
We
are like
didn't
my
even
family. I
discuss.
want to.
Yeah.
Just.
Do you really feel like eating a stalk of celery right now?
It's
just
very
It's so phallic.
chef's like.
It's healthy.
Why don't we just call it a day?
I think we've
Right.
done enough, right?
Shouldn't we talk maybe a little bit more about this?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I will help you hold it. Sometimes you don't shake it very well.
No,
it drips.
I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
I will help help you hold it. Now there's a good friend. Please give a warm welcome to Dustin Hanson.
All right.
Welcome, sir.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of ass. So thanks for bringing your asses. And everybody in TV land, thanks for having your asses. I wish people were more forthcoming and said what they meant, you know? Like, I was at Trader Joe's the other day getting some vanilla almond clusterfuck cereal for munching on, because I like to treat myself. And I was going through the line, I see the dude at the register, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He goes, living the dream, bro. At Trader Joe's. Living the dream at Trader Joe's. That's really what America is. You just take your dreams and adjust them downward. Till it matches whatever the fuck you're doing. Because it's never somebody who's actually living the dream who says that to you, like in your day-to-day, or like you never turn on CNN or some shit and they're like, we're interviewing Bill Gates. Oh my God, billionaire Bill Gates. How are you, Mr. Gates? And he's like, living the dream. No, it's always some dude from the Midwest watching that shit being like, he's not living the dream, I'm living the dream. I work at the county fair. I ride the tilt-a-whirl for free. Living the dream. I sell as much Stone Cold Steve Austin merchandise out of my trailer as I want. Living the dream. My uncle is my sister. Living the dream. My wife has 6 dogs named Scott. Living the dream. We have dog food for dinner every night. Living the dream. I only got 40 more examples of those, so let's go through them. That guy is me. That's me. That dude is me. I'm from the Midwest, Ripley's, believe it or not. I'm from Wisconsin. You guys ever been to that frozen wasteland?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you never been, just know like Canada is the tramp stamp, Wisconsin's the asshole. That's where I'm from. That's what it is. Like every sign driving into Wisconsin's like, Wisconsin, it's not so bad if you're fucked up all the time. Which is what me and my friends did. We used to just smoke pot in the woods, just like watch out for bears, dude. Just constantly just bong loads. Like, you want to remake that 70s show over and over and over and over again? That was my life. That's what we did. But you can't keep doing that. You can't just keep getting high and that's your life. Like, we having the same conversations. Like, if you could fuck a fart, would you? Just nonstop that. You have to grow up. You got to get out. You got to move to New York City. That's what I did. I'm a grown boy. I'm in New York City now. Like, I can't smoke weed anymore at all. Like, I know I look like I eat it. But I actually look like Jesse Eisenberg after he lost all his Zombieland money. Actually, I look like a backup dancer for Kurt Cobain. Actually, I look like a boy who tried to grow up to be a man but stopped a teenage girl. Actually, I look like the 4th member of the Hanson brothers who's just in it for the music. Fuck yeah! Actually, I look like a rejected member of Scooby-Doo. Actually, I look like a rejected member of Twisted Sister. Actually, I look like I went into a barbershop and I was like, could you give me post-op Jennifer Aniston? They're like, you already got it, buddy. You already did it. I should be paying you, man. Actually, I look like I went to apply to be a dishwasher and they're like, we have enough lesbians. Actually, I look like I was like, could I be a skateboarder in the X Games? And they're like, we have enough lesbians. I look like a lot of things, it turns out. But yeah, I'm actually killing it right now. I got a girlfriend once. That was fun. Just one time, dude. I kind of miss it. It was awesome. Like, she was a dog person. That was cool. But my friends hated her maybe because she was half dog. Yeah, and I was just like, I want a night out with the guys. And she's like, run, 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 run. Run, run, run. So long story short, I had her put down. It gets expensive. It's expensive. Flea collars. Relationships are really tough, man. It's just a tough thing, man. Because like, she would ask me these questions that would like test our love. I don't know, women do that shit, dude. Like one time, she just asked me like, if I pick my nose, would you eat it? Like, I'm not an animal. Like, I'll lick your ass, but I'm not gonna do that shit. All right, so too far. Too far on the girlfriend shit. I don't know. I'm dating around a little bit, you know. I've been getting a lot of love letters in the mail recently. I've been having to throw that shit out. Does anybody know a chick named Citibank? She keeps sending me shit about a mortgage, and I'm like, I don't even know you. I'm not gonna move in with you. This is crazy. I want to find one nice girl in New York City, and they're all banks. Every last one. I swipe right on a cutie pie in Tinder. I go to meet her. It's Bank of America. She's like, what the fuck? And she's like, you kids are all the same. You men are all the same. You just want to start a checking account and a 401k. And I'm like, I'm different, so I'm marrying this bitch. I'm marrying Bank of America. I'm marrying her. It's cool, man. It's cool. I work at an office, which means I'm on Facebook 7 hours a day. It's because I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy at that office, at my cubicle, just living that cowboy life. I don't know, like you can't choose who you work with, and it's a drag because you have to be like friends with them. It's weird. Like one time, my boss asked me, he's like, "Hey, you should teach Megan how to use the fax machine." I'm like, "I got this shit. Let's do this shit, Megan. Check this shit out, Megan. Get your pretty little dick over here. Check this shit out, Megan." She comes over, checks out the fax machine. I'm like, "It's very easy. You just press fax," and then she's like, "Whoa, start over." Who the fuck starts over at step one? Does she just go home to a bunch of uncooked food and like unopened packages and be like, what the fuck do I do now? Get it together, Megan. I know you're watching. Get it together. I don't know. I'm a weird fucker. I know that. Which is disappointing to other weirder fuckers who want to talk to me. Because, like, sometimes guys will just go up to me and be like, hey, check this shit out. Fucking people dress up in suits and fuck each other. And I'm like, I just do acid on the weekends. Just leave me out of that, man. But it's all from growing up. It's all from growing up in the Midwest. Like, when I was stuck in Wisconsin, I had dreams, man. I had dreams. Like, I wanted to be a rock star. That was my thing. The farthest I got was this guitar pick tattoo on my arm. That's the farthest. What the fuck is that? With like a guitar pick with an infinity symbol on it? Like, Iron Maiden for life, bro, yeah. What the fuck? I got that at 19 while living with my mom. So before you ask, they do call me the Pussy Crusher. I crush box like a recycling plant. Yes, towel off your clams, ladies. I don't know. I tried to hide it. I tried to hide it from my mom, too, and she saw it, and she freaked out, predictably. She was like, oh, if your friends are going to do it, you're going to do it. If your friends jump off a bridge, you're going to jump off a bridge. And I'm like, Mom, relax. I don't have any friends. It's going to be fine. Your son is safe. He's a loser. Remember that. She came right back at me. She's like, oh, very funny. Laugh it up. I cook. I clean. I do the dishes. She was like Scarface at the restaurant all of a sudden. Like, take a look at the bad guy. I cook. I clean. I do the dishes, man. Say hello to my little friend. Tony, get the yayo. That was my mom, played by Al Pacino. In The Story of My Life. It's a movie. It's coming out. Look for it. My mom was a badass bitch, though. For real. For realsies. Badass bitch. Love you, Mom. She was a badass bitch. Like, when she was mean, but she raised me right. Like, she did the best she could. Like, when my dad died, she got me a new dad. Highly recommend. Like, a brand new 2016 new dad. Just drive that shit off the lot with the new dad smell. Fuck yeah. Because my old dad was boring. He was like, I'm going to teach you the meaning of responsibility. Clearly that set in. But my new dad was awesome. He was like Oprah and The Price is Right, all tied up in one. He's like, I got a boat. We're going fishing. I'm fucking your mom. It was awesome. 100% guaranteed best time of your life. New dad. Bad credit, get a new dad. Your wife is busting your balls, get a new dad. All right, well, you guys have been fun. That's my time. Have a good time.
And, oh, Jesus. Wow. All right. So, Dustin, what part of Wisconsin are you from originally?
I'm from Hudson, which is not what people think of when they think of Wisconsin. They think of, like, Milwaukee.
What is it, exciting?
It's not exciting. It's like both.
So.
Well, you saw my act. It's bullshit.
Right, yeah.
You hang out in garages, you get lit up, dude, and someone's like, you want to sniff paint? It's like, maybe. Just give me a minute.
Think about this.
That's where I'm from.
So where'd you go to school?
I went to school in the Twin Cities. I went to University of Minnesota.
And what'd you study?
I studied finance. So, like...
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
I did.
Come on.
I'm running this place. Did you notice? Fucking run. I own this shit. Yeah.
This is our boss, Dustin Hanson, everybody.
I made this.
You really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Made out of paper.
What'd you do after that?
Then I went to law school. Again,
Stop
I
it.
run this shit.
Stop it. You did not.
I did.
You have a law degree.
I have a law degree. I don't have a bar card, so I can't get you out of trouble. So don't call me.
Well, then why the fuck do I care?
Because we're doing this.
All right.
You should care about the
All right.
thing that we're doing.
I totally care. That's what made, like, how. All right.
It's just like, it's when you're.
And now you do comedy.
And now I do comedy because it's like I can't. You discover in the middle of doing like business and law that you're like, this is fundamentally who I am.
So your mom must be like, oh, he's going to finance. Oh, he's gonna be a lawyer. Oh, he's doing
it's the
comedy.
ultimate disappointment. My
What
mom
a
has like
tease.
sun blue balls. To the max. Like, it was almost there. It was like I was almost on the finish line, and then I just completely crapped out.
Good for you.
It's awesome. It's great to disappoint your
Hey,
parents.
you're living the dream, man.
It's fun. Yeah, living the
You're
dream.
living the dream. So what do you do now?
Now I work downtown in a cash advance office doing background checks for people that want loans and stuff. And I look into backgrounds of people. I'm snooping. I'm always scoping people out.
That's cool.
I smell them if I can. I can't.
That's less cool.
I can't do that, but I wanna.
How would you
And
even
they're
do
like,
that from
they
a
heard
computer?
that like you're hired. What?
Nothing. Someone's doing a background check on you. That's just so. Wait, how? So what? How did you go from I'm gonna be a rock star, I'm gonna do finance, I'm gonna be a lawyer to let's give comedy a try? How did that happen?
My friend was a comedian in New York, and he's like, you should come. You want to move here because it rules, and you want to try comedy. So just do it. Go to a show. And I was helping him like bark people into this show in the village.
Explain for our viewers who don't know what barking is.
Barking is like you stand out on the street and you're like, hey, you want to come do something you don't want to do? Come check out this thing.
Yeah.
It's maybe fun. You might have a good time. Some people like it. And then they go in and it's like it was a free show. It was at a place called 206 Lounge, which has since closed. And it was at a basement of this bar / like vegan place, and I was just out there hanging out with my friend, being like, "Come see this shit." And the dude producing the show was like, "You seem like you know what you're doing. Get up there and check it out. Do it." And I was like, "All right." I had nothing prepared. I had never done comedy.
Did he know that you didn't do comedy?
I don't think
he just assumed you're barking. You must be a comic.
Yeah, I think he just assumed that, and he's also like, I already went up, and the show is pretty much dead, so I don't care. There was 4 Canadian people in the audience.
Standards. Who needs them?
It's a free show. You get what you pay for. And so they're hanging out there.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
I own this shit. It rules. All right. So I went up on stage and I did 5 minutes, 30 seconds of which was like cool, and then the next 4.5 minutes the people were like, we should probably leave. This kid's insane. I don't know where they got this guy from, but that 30 seconds was enough for me to be like, I want to keep doing it. It's fun. It's a fun time.
And here you are.
Here I am.
How long you been doing it now?
4 years.
All right. You've gotten better, I think.
No. I got
okay.
worse. It's so much worse.
What did you even riff on what was the first 30 seconds that was good?
The first 30 seconds was I was in the room and I was like, this looks like a level from Castlevania. And people were like, I appreciate that because I played the game. And then after that, I did some shit, if I remember right, about Dick Cheney, the vice president of the time, I think.
I've heard of him.
He's evil. I was like, he must have people bodies underground. That was fucking crazy. And everyone's like, that's really dark and weird. And
it's also accurate.
It's also accurate. So they're like, it's bumming us out, man.
We don't want the truth.
We just want to have a good
escapism. You got any shows coming up? You want to tell the good people at home about?
Yeah, I do Tuesday, 8 p.m. at the Grizzly Pear in the Village on McDougal Street.
The what?
The Grizzly Pear. comedy club.
Grizzly Pear?
Yeah. It's
Sounds like a bar for old man testicles.
It is, and it's
Okay.
also, they do comedy. They got a great room there. It's a great workout room in the Village. They're calling it the Grizzly Pear Comedy Club. They're sprucing it up. It was actually on Crashing, so they're like, check it out, we're on Crashing, and they got shows every night.
Nice.
It's a great place.
All right. Give it up. Big applause for Dustin Hanson, everybody. Woo! Thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Awesome. I'll take that. You have yourself a wonderful rest of the show now. Yeah, it's freaking funny. All right, next up, we got another great sketch from Crebuland Productions, so sit back, relax, and laugh. Damn you, laugh! Laugh, I say! Thank you.
What about the park?
I love the park. I don't want to taint it with this.
Everything has tainted me.
You know, I heard Tony last week, Tony from down the road, he did it.
Seriously?
Yeah, ran right out in front of the mail truck. Done.
Wow. It takes real guts, man. I think I'm ready.
I mean, I know I'm ready. What do? We sit around all day, we eat, poop. We don't have jobs. It's like, what's the point?
It's like I don't even feel special anymore. You know? When no one's around to tell me that I'm special, I'm just lazing around in this shitty existence by myself.
Yeah, and why is everybody always questioning whether or not we're, like, of quality, you know?
Yeah. Like, why is everyone always asking me if I'm a good man? Am I a good man?
I mean, you totally are. Totally are.
I don't even know. Some days, I just don't feel special. At all.
Wait, did you hear that?
Whoa! He's on! Oh my God!
Hey, Shannon! I'm so good. Hey,
Dad's the best, man.
Oh, he's so cool.
Ladies, gentlemen, others, dogs, please welcome back to the PATV stage, Mr. Will Abeles.
Oh, hey guys. You're looking healthy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. No one ever appreciates that. So I don't know if you guys saw this. Anyone watch Shark Week? Anyone saw Shark Week? Michael Phelps decided to race a shark. Anyone see this?
Yeah.
All right, so we all know the two greatest American exports, Michael Phelps and Shark Week. Well, last time they had Shark Week, Michael Phelps decided to race a couple of digital sharks. I don't know. Could there be any bigger indication that Michael Phelps is smoking weed again? And like, why not? You know, he beat everyone else. Why not take on the animal kingdom, real or imaginary? I don't know. What cracks me up is, to me, that sounds like Ryan Lochte's idea. What should I do in retirement, Ryan? I would. You should race a shark. Sold. My girlfriend and I, we have a very healthy sex life, and we've been dating long enough that I'm kind of surprised at some of the stuff that we still do. But there's definitely things that we don't do anymore. Like if you ever want to see how long someone's been in a relationship, figure out which phase they're in that relationship, just start scrolling through their phone and looking at all their pictures and see how far they let you go before they stop you. Like my brother's 16. He grabbed my phone once and he was just flying through the photos because he wanted to see a picture of my girlfriend naked. And it's like, I get it. He's 16. She's hot. It's okay. Whatever. And he's flying through, and I was like, dude, you got to go back like 3 generations of iPhone and a BlackBerry before you see the fire in this relationship. You got to buy the charger, and you got to go back. But he just got into a relationship. You know, he's super young. He's 16, and he's only been in a relationship for a month. And he was showing me a picture of a soccer jersey, and I went one picture over, and there's a picture of his dick next to a medium-sized cup from Panera Bread. I was like, dude, we're in Panera Bread. There are no rules with you. Keep that baguette at home, sir. But he would have loved where I was recently. Recently, I was at a strip club. For a bachelor party. I wasn't just like, well, it's 1 p.m. I applied to 4 jobs on LinkedIn. Guess we're going to the strip club.
And I've only ever been to one other strip club my entire life, and that was in Los Angeles. And there's a lot of difference between an LA strip club and a New York strip club. In LA, camera lady knows. In LA, if you want to get a lap dance, they take you into a private booth, and it's very intimate, just you and the stripper. In New York, you're just in an open room like this.
Exactly.
And so it's very strange. It's very strange to look over and see your friend getting a lap dance. It's very strange when that stripper then gets up and asks you if you want a lap dance. It's even stranger when after that lap dance they go up to another friend to see if they're next. It's kind of like going into hibachi when the chef leaves the table and goes to the next table. One hibachi fan. They go to the next table and you're looking over, you're like, but I thought the volcano onion was for me. Oh my God, the shrimp flip too? Oh, all right, okay, sure. I didn't take the sake into my mouth, but it doesn't mean I have to spray it into his. All right. Hibachi's very popular in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's coming to New York eventually, since it already left in the 70s. Yeah. I've been in between jobs. Like, I used to work in TV. I didn't like it very much, so I quit. But I still had to pay the bills. So recently I've been dog sitting, which is a step above dog walking. Because when my friends ask what I've been up to, I can at least say, just working from home. Yeah, just doing a little me time, bringing the clients back where I am. Just throw the ball. They chase it. They love it. But on top of that, I've also been working at a movie theater restaurant in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And so it's a restaurant that you come in and you order food and I serve you. And you can make a lot of money in the service industry here in New York, but not at a movie theater restaurant in Williamsburg, because people forget they're not tipping me based on whether or not they like the film. Like, I had this guy the other day and he stiffed me. Just tip, 0, nothing. And I chased him down. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, is there something wrong with the service? And he goes, oh, no, actually the service was phenomenal. I really didn't like the third act of the movie. I just thought, I don't know, the exposition was a bit overdone, and the main character, okay, the over-talented narcissist that falls into a drug addiction, I mean, it's been done. And I was like, dude, you just saw a documentary on the life and death of Amy Winehouse. This is on you. You're a monster. And give me my money. But that's the kind of stuff you deal with in New York. You know, you move here, and I mean, like Alex left, I don't think you ever leave and you go, well, that went well. It's just a constant grind, and just things like that just keep happening, and eventually you lose it. I had a moment recently. You ever seen someone on the street that's had a moment? You know, like someone that's like yelling into their iPhone and crying, and they still have the headphones on. Yeah, I had a moment the other day, and you always think it's gonna be something big that makes you have a moment. You know, like I've been hit by a car in this city twice, and both times didn't really bother me that much. In fact, I apologized to them both times. But then I was walking a deaf pit bull named Petunia in Bed-Stuy. And Petunia knocked my coffee out of my hand. And that's my time. I mean, that's just, I need that. And Petunia knocked the coffee out of my hand, and all of a sudden, just the walls of my existence just came crumbling down. And all of a sudden, I realized I'm standing in front of a 3-story renovated brownstone that I'll never be able to afford, but somehow this dog can. And I think about how, like, this time last year, I was working in LA on the Academy Awards, and I was making decent money, and now I'm just walking around New York getting hit by cars, even though I look both ways. And I think about, I don't know, why does Jeff Sessions look like Sauron, look like Yoda, act like Sauron? And why can't I ever remember that joke? And if Chris Pratt and Anna Faris can't make it, what hope do I have? Everyone keeps spoiling everything on Facebook, like, Hodor? Are you kidding me? And I'm thinking about all this, and I reach down, and I grab what was left of my $5 artisanal coffee, and I throw it into the streets, and I just scream out, fuck! And then I just start thinking, like, if I can't get it together by 28, what hope is there for the future? Like, what even is a successful millennial? You know, like, think about a successful baby boomer at 28. It's like, job, house, first, but probably going on second marriage. You know, like a successful millennial's like retweeted by Barack Obama. You know, pays for Spotify Premium, and like has a 2-bedroom apartment with only 3 roommates. Like I'm not gonna get into like the next tax bracket next year. I just want to make a little bit more money so I can update my workout clothes from high school. And I'm thinking of all this, and I realize talking to a deaf dog, I didn't fucking sign it, so I didn't know what I'm talking about. Went inside. I was in Boston recently. I was hanging out with my cousin. My cousin goes to the same college that I used to go to, but it's very different. College now is different. I can't hang with the kids like I used to. One constant, they still drink crap. They just drink whatever it is. You put in front of them, they just drink it. And I can't do that anymore. He texts me. He's like, "Hey, come to a party. It's lit, lit, lit." And I was like, "That sounds fantastic." And I show up, and they're just passing around an $8 bottle of vodka. Just sweet, sweet petroleum. And I just start pushing blackout. And then his improv troupe shows up. And if you want to make a bad night worse, let's throw a little improv in there. And they're just being so positive. They're all just holding each other, just rocking back and forth, just looking at each other with love, with hope. And they're like, "Guys, we're going to graduate next year. And then we're all going to move down to New York City together, and we're going to be on the Saturday Night Live show." And something in me snapped. And I came bursting into the room, and I was like, first off, no. Statistically, it's more likely one of you's just going to die before you make it on SNL. And they all just quietly got up and moved into the next room. And I went into the bathroom, and I just passed out. And I don't want to critique their improv skills, but that's an excellent impression of a homeless man. So then the next day, felt a little weird about it. And he texts me, he's like, "Dude, we're throwing another party." And I was like, "Lit, I'll be there." And I show up, and I see one of the improv kids, and I grab him, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I am so sorry about last night. Like, stay positive. You know, like, just, you know what? Yeah, go down to New York. You know, do your thing. Get on SNL." And he was like, "Oh, no, man. I've been thinking about what you said all day. Like, I graduate in 6 months. I haven't made any plans, and honestly, I don't want to end up like you." Fair enough. Alright, guys, I'm Will Abeles. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Will Abeles!
One down number.
Nice job, man. Very funny. Will, all the way from Hagerstown, Maryland.
Yep.
Living in the big city.
Oh, yeah.
How do you like it?
I love it. I've been here 6 years, and I was in Boston before that. A little time in LA. But I like going home. It's always fun going home.
What were you doing? What TV were you working for?
I worked in a lot of like live television. I was working for, I don't even know if I can talk. I can talk about it. I was working for like the FBI.
Nice.
No, it was just like NBC. Like a lot of NBC stuff.
3 totally different letters.
Yeah.
One of them is the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
I lied.
Same thing. Yeah.
How long you been doing comedy now?
Like on and off for 6 years, I guess.
6 years?
Yeah, I had a little stint where I like kind of was like, I can't do it anymore, and then got on stage and was like, I can do this. So,
Yes, I can. And now you're putting an album together.
Put an album together, yeah.
That's friggin' cool.
Yeah.
What's the album going to be called?
It's called Regrets of My Father, based on a true story. Yeah, and that'll be my first one. It's it's a self-produced, very live comedy album.
How did that come about?
Well, so I run a show called Hey Guys. We're coming up the 1-year anniversary of Hey Guys, and I was going to do a half hour, and my friend was like, "You should let me record you, and we can put an album out." And I was like, "Sure, let's do that." And we did it, and it was okay. But then I kind of caught the bug and was like, "We're doing it again." So we recorded a second time, and I'm doing 40 minutes. We had less comics before me. We had not more talented comics, just like more that, like in terms of like the flow of comedy. You know, instead of just like, all right, here's 10 comics, and then go record an album. So we actually thought it through. And it was a lot of fun. It was wild. Had to deal with a heckler at your own album recording.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can you like, edit that out, or is it just going to be on the album?
We listened to it, and we thought about editing out.
Does it add to it?
Yes, I think if you know me, it adds to it because it's just like a moment where I was told later, everyone else was like, we couldn't really hear them heckling you. And I was like, really? Because I couldn't stop hearing them. So we kept it because I think people that know me or like my comedy are like, that guy's a little unstable. He has little moments, he has little quirks. You know, he's yelling at deaf dogs and Bed-Stuy, you know, like there's something going on with him. So we kept it, and it just kind of helped with the flow, and it was just fun. It was just it's a fun live album. Yeah.
And now I invite the heckler back every time I do a show.
To Ireland or something. Yeah.
So what is Hey Guys?
So hey guys, it's a monthly show we do. So it used to be bi-monthly, and it's just 4 comics. One does a half hour at the end. There's a host, there's an opener, and a featured. And it's kind of a throwback show. And
Where
now,
does this go up?
This is at the Pit Loft. And
Yep. I know that Pit Loft.
It's good time.
Oh yeah.
It's a good time. We recorded the album at the Pit Underground.
Cool.
Which is that was another element of the chaos, is the Pit Underground. But yeah, so and now on top of Hey Guys, we also have a show called Hey Gals, same show, but it's an all-female show.
Give the ladies a chance.
Yeah, the show is actually a lot better than Hey Guys. Well, Hey Guys is everybody. Everyone gets this idea that it's like guys versus girls. It's not. Hey Guys has always been all-inclusive, but we just wanted to have an all-female show because we were looking back the last year.
Because women
a
are
lot
just
of the
funnier.
comics, yeah, they're funnier. All the comics we had on that we really were like, man, that was a great show. They were all female comics, so we decided.
Give them
all
a chance.
Let's just make.
I mean, no, you guys were great. Don't get me wrong. You guys were super funny.
Yeah. Well, they remember their jokes at least.
You think I remember? Dude, if I didn't have this fucking teleprompter right here, I wouldn't.
Well, I just started reading your teleprompter at some point. That's what happened. I was like, I'll just read this for a little bit.
Oh no, those are my words.
I'm
You
kidding,
get your own words. What you got any shows come? I don't know what to say. Do you have any shows coming up soon?
Yeah. So next Thursday at 10, I'll be at the Creek in the Cave. It's always a fun show. It's in Long Island City. And then on November 12th, I'm actually going home-ish. I'm going to Frederick, Maryland, and I'm doing the Cellar Door. That's a great show. It's pretty popular.
Door.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Sean Savoy is going to headline it. I'm going to feature for him.
Nice.
So it'll be good. It'll be very good.
All right. Well, good luck with that, man. Everybody go check out Will Abeles. One more time for Will. Give it up. Woo! I don't want that thing. Yeah, put it there. That's fine. Nice, man. Great job. All right. Hey, don't leave just yet. We got one more real quick sketch for you before you have to go a whole 2 weeks without your favorite public access TV show again. So let's hope that the censors let us get away with this sketch. Have fun with that.
Hey, did Vin take his pills this morning? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, you can interrupt him once he started, or he'll bite you. 3 hours now.
That's our show, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to our guests, Alex Grubard and Dustin Hanson and Will Abeles, and special thanks to the fellas at Crebuland Productions. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Email us at patvbrickwall@gmail.com to get in on the action. Have a good night, everybody! Woo!